Hello. I did this tweet. I made a tweet. Earlier tonight. I says this: be it Xbox PS Showcase or Nintendo Directs, don't some of y'all ever feel dumb waiting with bated breath for some billion-dollar corporation to drip feed you PR approved marketing? So many games drop every week. Just play, love, support those along with the AAA games when they drop. So a bunch of people responded to this in the negative, like, fuck you, Jeffy, you're joyless. Let us enjoy this, blah, blah, blah. I just wanted to read a couple of them, though. Specifically this one. This guy, Gamer for Life, says, he's basically saying, no, I don't feel like an idiot. But question, how did you feel? But question, comma, how did you feel when we were waiting the times your games were dropping on the events in the past? Were you excited for us to see your game as a dev? And so I wanted to respond to that because my answer to that is originally yes. This is too bright. Originally, yes. Hey, when I first started out, when I first started out, absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. I couldn't wait to get responses to what we had worked on. I remember going on my honeymoon in Hawaii, and 2 days before we left, we revealed Twisted Metal Black for the first time. I think it was Black. No, it was Black, but it wasn't my honeymoon, but it was another trip to Maui. And I was getting up at the crack of dawn to read, I think, what was that website called? Nextgen.com, I think is what it was, because people were commenting about the reveal, and I was obsessed with it. I was so excited. People liked it, blah, blah, blah. But what ultimately started to happen, or at least I started to recognize, and I don't know if I just recognized it or people changed, but I started to recognize that more and more people were getting hyped about things, not necessarily based on what they had seen in a reveal or a demo or whatever, but because either they just enjoyed the hype, which is fine, but it's not a genuine response to the product, or worse, that hype on something supported an already existing narrative about something that they had, whether it's, I love this developer, I love this franchise, I love this console. And regardless of what was shown, there was just this, unless what was shown was just Superman 64 level of shit, there was this, protective bubble, this protective layer of bubble wrap around the product until much, much later when people had enough time to really sit with it or play a demo of it or buy it. And so the hype more often than not wasn't real, right? It didn't feel genuine. So over time, I stopped being interested in hype unless they were hyped because, hey, I played this at a show. It was clear, that they played it and they enjoyed it and they got it. And it wasn't just, oh, I fucking love Sony, so anything that they put out. Like, it reminds me of, there's an announcement coming from Konami. They said, oh, we're going to announce something at TGS next week or in a couple weeks that is a continuation of a franchise beloved around the world. And people understandably were speculating, is it Metal Gear? Is it Silent Hill? Now it's kind of looking like maybe it won't be one of those things. But let's take Silent Hill for the moment. Well, Silent Hill's a game that is viewed with much deserved and much earned, but nevertheless, nostalgia goggles. New people coming to Silent Hill today, Silent Hill 2, would not be like, oh my fucking God. It was an incredibly important horror game. It was crucial for the industry, more importantly, crucial for that genre. But, a lot of things have built on the shoulders of its genius, and it doesn't really hold up today. And I'm sure there are some super fucking hardcore Silent Hill aficionados that really need some thread of the story wrapped up, but most people aren't following it that closely, right? And so if you look at sort of the team that is rumored to be working on Silent Hill, which is Team Bloober team, whatever, they've made one brilliant horror game in their career, which is, in my opinion, of course, it's subjective, Layers of Fear. Layers of Fear 2 was not a good game. Blair Witch Project, not a good game. Medium, not a good game. All of these horror games had elements that were compelling and interesting and unique, but overall, none of them held together and went on to become this great thing. So if one is hyped today for a possible not Resident Evil, what's it called? The goddamn Silent Hill, based on Konami's previous announcements or leaked awareness that they are doing a Silent Hill reboot or a Silent Hill something with Bloober, I don't know. I think the genuine response is, I loved that series as a kid. I'd love to feel the way I felt again as a kid when it really got under my skin and made me love horror games. And I hope for the best. But there's not a lot of story meat on the bones that is like, oh, I have to find out, whatever the last Silent Hill game was. The last one I played was on the PSP or PS Vita or something. It's not like the world has been waiting for decades. It's like, what happened to, what was the wife's name? Or I know in Silent Hill 2, but I mean, like, did her ghost come back? I don't fucking know what the story is. It's been ages. It's not like that's a thing for Silent Hill for most people. And it's also not as if the team has earned your excitement, right? And so to me, the proper response is, I'm nostalgic for it. I hope for the best, but let's wait and see, right? I think that's why that guy's question and just in general hype to me is like, unless you're shown something that blows your mind, it almost feels like, I don't know, it just feels like a lot of gamers are just part of the dance, part of the PR marketing. A lot of gamers rightly so accuse the press of like, all you are for the most part is just a PR arm for the marketing. It's like, well, so are you. Not you. I don't know you specifically yet, but yeah, I mean, it's like if they show you something like when Kojima comes out and shows you PT, well, that was exciting. Most people would say that deserves hype, right? Or Callisto Protocol. It doesn't look innovative, but it looks really fucking cool and good. And there's a developer with a pedigree, at least the individuals that form whatever their new title company is, to merit that excitement. Then I feel great about hype, but it's got to be earned. It almost feels like gamers these days are just so willing to sort of take their place in the marketing machine of, hey, let's build hype on game X, fellow marketing executives. Okay. Do you have the gamers hyped up? Oh yeah, we know how to get them. The game hasn't earned it though. No one's seen it. No one's played it. It's just screenshots and a logo. Doesn't matter. I saw this with fucking Perfect Dark. People, not everyone of course, but a lot of the Xbox fanboys hyped for Perfect Dark based on what? Team never done anything before? What they showed, that fucking trailer, nobody's talking about that trailer anymore. The trailer they showed of Perfect Dark flying through the pyramid or some such shit. Come on. That's all I'm saying. I'm just all about the medium. I'm all about, let's all be hyped. Let's all jump on the hype train. Everybody loves that shit. But let's do it when it's earned your fandom, when it's earned your energy. And in the meantime, put the energy into something that's earned it, whether it's an indie game, AAA, AA. And again, Jeffy, you're so negative. Let us have fun. I don't give a fuck what you do. Go have fun. My channel and my tweets are about the industry and my observations of the industry and the medium and the art form. Go get hyped. Go fucking get hyped for fucking Peppa Pig. I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying, for me, sometimes it feels like the audience gives these game developers and more importantly, these game publishers and their marketing departments way too much room to run without actually earning the hype that and the excitement that the fans are expressing. Be well. I love being British.